All right, folks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how on Google Chrome, I'm going to install Bitwarden extension using my awesome passphrase master password, create an account, add an account, navigate to it, and also turn on two-factor authentication. So first things first, I'm going to come over here. I just have regular old Google Chrome. I'm going to go to the three dot things. I'm going to go down to settings. Oops, sorry, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to go to extensions instead. Visit Chrome Web Store. Type Bitwarden for the one that looks just like that with the little shield. Look at all those 3 million plus users. Must be good. So I'm going to go ahead and add extension. I'm going to go through the install. And then one thing we're going to do is we'll click on this little like puzzle piece thing and pin the Bitwarden to it. So now when you see it as gray, you'll know that that gray means that you're not logged in yet, which is fine because we're going to go through creating our account. So I'm going to click on it. And because we haven't created an account yet, I'm going to go over here, click Create Account. Now I'm going to use none of those. I'm going to use 2fa.setup@gmail.com, special account just for this. And I'm going to put in my strong master password. Pretty long. It says it's strong. That makes me feel good. Your master password cannot be recovered if you forget it. 12-character minimum. Good thing I have this written down, right? Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to type the password in again. So I've got it more than 12 characters. It's a phrase that I can remember. I don't need this hint. You can do it if you want. But this is kind of a good one. Check known data breaches for this password. That's good. Because if you use a master password as part of a known data breach, it's bad because someone could try to guess it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit human, which somehow this proves you're human. Click on the animals. Okay. Those are animals. More. This is fun, huh? And yay, I'm a human. Now hit submit. And great, created a new account. You may not log in. So I'm going to log in with my master password. There you go. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm still human. And I get to click on more cats. That's fantastic. Thank you, capture people. Now I'm in. I have nothing in my vault. So what did I just do? Added a browser extension for Bitwarden to Chrome, kept it to turn on in the browser, and created my master password. And Bitwarden said it's good, and there was no worry about that password being used in a previous breach. So, we're in good shape so far. Now, let's go ahead and navigate. And this is how I recommend you add accounts to Bitwarden. So I'm going to open up a new tab. I'm going to go gmail.com. I'm going to go sign in, and I'm going to put my Gmail account, 2fa.setup. That's the special account I created. Now, I have a password that I have saved somewhere else. I'm going to go ahead and copy that because this is probably what you're going to do too. And I'm going to come over here. I'm going to paste it in or type it in, whatever. Hit next. And then it's going to ask me, because there's 2FA already set up on this account, send me a code. Okay, great. Send a code. And I'm waiting for the code to show up on my phone. It's already here. That's pretty quick, but it's still annoying that I have to go to a phone and type in the number. And I'll go ahead. Go ahead. This is my own personal computer, so I don't need to worry about that. And now I'm in, and look, there's some stuff. It says, welcome to Bitwarden. And go ahead and log in. Right now, what you'll notice is that nothing popped up here, or I missed it, to say add this to Bitwarden. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to go ahead and add a login. So this only happens when you miss it or it doesn't pop up on your browser to go ahead and add it automatically to your account. So I'm going to go to fa.setup is the user ID. Oops, sorry. and then my password is going to be that thing I just pasted in. And if I have an authenticator, I can put it in here, but for now we're just going to use that URL. That's great. Going to go ahead and hit save. So now I have this in my vault. So if I click out of it, you'll notice because I'm still on Gmail, I've got a 1 up there. So what Bitwarden does is it looks in your vault and says, hey, you have an account that matches the URL for this particular website you're on. And that's fantastic because then if you try to get phished to a fake Gmail website that looks the same but it doesn't have the proper URL of mail.google.com, you won't see that one. It won't automatically populate. But here's what I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and sign out of this account. Now, I'm going to choose an account. That's great. Two-factor setup. And what you'll see here is that I don't have a little icon or something to add it. I can right-click and go Bitwarden, autofill that account, and it populates it and lets me log in. Okay, that's great. Now I'm back in. I'm going to go ahead and log out again. Come up here. I'm going to go to autofill settings. Autofill on page load, base domain, so any of the domains are in there. Autofill keyboard, all that, oh, right here, autofill on page load. So just to make my life a little easier, I went ahead and changed those settings. Click on my account. Notice it auto-populated it in, so we can go ahead and click next. And I just saved myself time of even having to go right-click and all that other fun stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out of this account again. Now, let's go ahead and I'm going to go to a different account, and I want to have Bitwarden auto-populate the information instead of me doing that have add a new account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a different account and watch the Bitwarden extension say, hey, do you want to add this? So the account I am going to go for is going to be github.com. Oh, sorry, there you go. I'm going to go to github.com, and I'm going to go to sign in because I already have an account with this very same user password. So I'm going to go to fa.setup@gmail.com. And I'm going to come over to where I have my password. Oops, sorry. My password I have written down in, like, I don't know, an Excel file, a Word document, whatever it is. Paste it in there, and I'm going to put it in. Now, notice, Google is saying, hey, do you want me to save your password? I don't recommend you saving it in your browser, primarily because it's only saved in that browser. And if you sync browser information, that's fine. However, if you're on an account that doesn't have the ability to browse like a general purpose computer, you don't want to do that. So I'm going to go never for that. But look at this part right here. Should Bitwarden save this password for you? Hit save, and then come over here and click on it, and you'll notice that, hey, there's a GitHub account. If you click on it, whoops, unable to paste it, you got to hit that little bar, and it tells you, here's github.com, here's the username. Now, I don't even have to, that's wonderful, I don't even have to enter this authentication code for my TOTP because all I really wanted to do was go to this website, log in, and now I just saved it into Bitwarden. So I'm ahead of the game. So I could do that, but you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and cancel it out of there. Now, if I just go back to Bitwarden and click down here on the vault, you'll see that I have my GitHub and my mail.google.com. So I'm going to go ahead and add one more account just for the heck of it, just so you can see how this works. I'm going to go ahead and open up a new tab. And actually what I want to do is I want to go to codepen.io. Great place for you to build code and collaborate with people. It's a nice little web browser featured editor for coding. And what I want to do is I'm going to sign up because I want you to see what Bitwarden does that you can't do as a human, which is come up with strong, unique passwords. So I'm going to go ahead and hit sign up. And I don't want to sign up with one of these accounts. You could if you want, but I'm going to sign up with email. And I'm going to create my name here, Sal. Choose your username. I'm going to go 2fa.setup. Okay. And I'm going to go email address of, not that, 2fa.setup@gmail.com. Okay, and then I'm going to choose a password. Now, here's the part where there's rules here. You must have an upper, lower, you got to have a number, it's got to be between 8 and 100 characters. Instead of you trying to come up with something, and jam it in your password manager, possibly a bad one, what you can do is come over here, right-click Bitwarden, and go Generate Password. Copy, but if you come up here also, you come to the generator. Click on the generator, and now you can do things. You can change between, so we definitely want a password. You can do password to passphrase where you have a number of words. Now, if you are willing or if you were interested in typing this password in the future, it's much easier to do a passphrase when you're typing in instead of this scrambled mess that you have right here. And then there are some categories, like you can put special characters. Now, it include one of the special characters. Yeah, I'm going to click that box. I'm going to do a passphrase just for the heck of it. No, I'm going to go with a password, mainly because I don't want to have to deal with typing in myself. I'm just going to let it do it. The password manager do it for me. And I'm going to make this out to, I don't know, 30 characters long. If I scroll back up to the top, that's the mess of a password. Let's copy it, paste it into the choose password. Now, I have a password that is clearly something I'm never going to remember. I didn't even look at it. But it's super long, it's unique, and Bitwarden makes sure that it doesn't assign you passwords that have already been compromised. Go ahead and click submit, and look what happens. Bitwarden comes up on the top, should they remember this. I'm going to hit save. Come over here, look again, click on the card, and I got CodePen IO password, and then go ahead and look at it, and you'll see it's that redonkulously long, complex password. Close. And just like before, what I can do is I can come over here, I can log out, and then when I go back to log in, I had the auto populate, and it just saved me a ton of time. I don't have to go right click and do anything like that. I don't have to click an icon, it just automatically populates it. Some websites, it's a little bit of a bummer because if you have like 10 Gmail accounts, you might have to right click and populate the right one, but that's still a whole lot easier than figuring out what your password is. So let's next look at how we are going to set up two-factor authentication for at least the most important account you have for passwords, which is your password manager, Bitwarden. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come over to the Bitwarden extension. We're going to go down to settings, and we're going to scroll on down to two-step login. So two-factor authentication, two-step login, kind of synonymous. Click on it, and it goes, hey, this is a great thing to do. It makes you a lot more secure. You have to do it through the bitwarden.com web vault. So right now we're just using the browser extension. We have to go to the web app to do it. So let's go ahead and hit yes. And it's going to take us to the help center. There's a lot of great information here. I'm going to go ahead and click login. Email address that we've been using, 2fasetup@gmail.com. I'll go ahead and remember email. That's perfectly fine. Hit continue. Hit the master password. Hit login with master password. Prove that you're a human. Now I got to click on toys. Thank you, CAPTCHA. And let me do it again. Yet again, that I'm a human. Hit login with master password. And these are the accounts that I entered previously, right? I got my Gmail account, got my GitHub, got my CodePen. So what I am going to do next is come over here to my little account icon, click on account settings. I go to security and account settings, and up at the top, I don't want to change my master password, but here's how you can do it. I'm going to click on two-step login. Now, the free version, you get basically an authenticator app or email. So right now we just have the free version is what we're using. I do have a paid version. I use a YubiKey. I also use Duo. These two things are great. And then FIDO WebAuthn, if a website supports it, is great stuff too. But we're going to use the free version. We're going to use Authenticator app. And if you remember from the first video, I use the Authy, A-U-T-H-Y app for my TOTP codes. So I'm going to click manage, and it's going to ask me to enter my password, which makes sense because we don't want someone else coming into our account and changing things up on us. Enter my code. Yay, I didn't have to type in a CAPTCHA. Now, imagine me picking up my phone and I'm opening up my Authy app, and you will go to the Authy app and hit basically add a new account. There's a little plus for add account. Scan QR code. I scan the QR code onto the screen and hit save. It's going to give me a code that changes every 30 seconds. Now it's asking me for that code. So I'm going to type it in, 591553, if I have my number lock on. Oops, 591553. Hit turn on, and now it's turned on, it's good to go. Now if you get the premium version of Bitwarden, the great news is you can actually store that 2FA code in your password manager, and you don't even have to go to your phone. Your password manager can fill it for you. So I do recommend looking at the premium or the family plan version of Bitwarden, when the stickers basically are available in 1Password and Dashlane also. So great little feature to have. Now you're done. So now let me go ahead and I'm going to log out of my Bitwarden account. I'm not out of the browser yet, but I'm just going to log out of the web app, hit continue, and type my master password. Now, some people actually save their Bitwarden master password in their vault. It's up to you. I don't. I don't recommend it as necessarily a great thing, but you can do it if you want, as long as you keep really good control over which accounts you have logged into on your browser or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and click login with master password. Now it's going to ask for the 6-digit code. I'm going to simply open up my Authy app. And y'all saw a little while ago I had a different number here, so I got to wait for, this is one of the annoying things, if it's close to 0, you got to wait, and then it starts over again. So my new code is 065660. Hit continue, and now I'm in and I'm back up to my Bitwarden account. So what have we done? We've installed the Bitwarden browser extension, created an account with our awesome strong master password that is used in no other account. We've added accounts manually. We added them automatically. We created an account and we used Bitwarden to create an actual strong random master password, or sorry, password for our CodePen account that we could have never thought of, and now we never have to remember it because we're using our Bitwarden vault to populate our accounts. The only other thing really left for you to do is install Bitwarden on your phone, log in, and then all of your Bitwarden accounts will sync to your phone. So if you open up GitHub or Gmail on your phone, you'll be able to use your password manager to populate that information into your phone. So I hope this helps, and I sincerely hope you take the time to at least consider using Bitwarden, because I think once you start using it, it'll be impossible for you to not use it or another type of password manager moving forward, because it saves so much time and it makes you more secure. So good luck with your secure access journey. Bitwarden is a phenomenal app. I think you should use it. Bye-bye.